As someone who used to believe in hell and now doesn't believe in hell, am I still a little bit scared that I might die and go to hell?
Oh, you should be.
I think it can be really helpful to look at the doctrine of hell, see its origin, see where it comes from, see how.
Hell is 100% real, and hell was created by God in order to punish sinful souls, to punish people that do sinful, abominable activities. And these are outlined in the Srimad Bhagavatam. There's a chapter on the hellish planets. There are 28 hellish planets, and it specifically dictates what sinful activities result in going to which planets. So hell is real. Whether you want to believe it or not, it absolutely is.
I'm not as scared by it. I think that's how hell works. I think hell is a story that we told ourselves for very particular reasons. And it's a very scary story. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you if you think it's scary. It was designed to be scary. It was designed to elicit an emotional response, and it does very effectively. But when we can take a step back and say, you know what? We told ourselves that story, not God, then I think it becomes a lot less scary.
I'm sorry, but this is just delusion. Like, this is just fabrication, like, just speculation, just coming to an idea that makes your own mind feel better about something that you don't understand. Hell is not, the fact that hell exists is not bad. We need hell to exist so that the sinful people, the sinful souls that are doing these abominable activities can be purified by being punished for that. That's the same reason that our society has prisons for sinful people, for criminals who do bad things to go to be purified, to be rehabilitated, to learn their lesson, to be punished, and then according to their crime, and then in some cases where the crime isn't so serious, then they are released, and then hopefully they've learned their lesson and they don't do that again. That's the same reason that hell exists, is to purify and rehabilitate the sinful souls. So hell is not just a story, and yes, God created hell. So don't get it mixed up. I'm gonna provide you with some scripture. The great sage Sukadeva Goswami said, "My dear king, in this material world there are three kinds of activities: those in the mode of goodness, and the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. Because all people are influenced by the three modes of material nature, the results of their activities are also divided into three. One who acts in a mode of goodness is religious and happy. One who acts in a mode of passion achieves mixed misery and happiness. And one who acts under the influence of ignorance is always unhappy and lives like an animal. Because of the varying degrees to which the living entities are influenced by the different modes of nature, their destinations are also of different varieties. Just as by executing various pious activities, one achieves different positions in heavenly life, by acting impiously, one achieves different positions in hellish life. Those who are activated by the material mode of ignorance engage in impious activities, and according to the extent of their ignorance, they are placed in different grades of hellish life. If one acts in the mode of ignorance because of madness, his resulting misery is the least severe. One who acts impiously but knows the distinction between pious and impious activities is placed in a hell of intermediate severity. And for one who acts impiously and ignorantly because of atheism, the resultant hellish life is the worst. Because of ignorance, every living entity has been carried by various desires into thousands of different hellish planets since time immemorial. I shall try to describe them as far as possible. Where are these hellish planets, you might be wondering? The great sage Sukadeva Goswami answered, all the hellish planets are situated in the intermediate space between the three worlds and the Garbhodaka ocean. They lie on the southern side of the universe, beneath Bhumandala and slightly above the water of the Garbhodaka ocean. Pritraloka is also located in this region between the Garbhodaka ocean and the lower planetary systems. All the residents of Pritraloka, headed by Agnisvata, meditate in great samadhi on the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always wish their families well. Who rules the hellish planets, you might wonder? The king of the Pittas is Yamaraj. the very powerful son of the sun god. He resides in Pritaloka with his personal assistants, and while abiding by the rules and regulations set down by the Supreme Lord, has his agents, the Yamadutas, bring all the sinful men to him immediately upon their death. After bringing them within his jurisdiction, he properly judges them according to their specific sinful activities and sends them to one of the many hellish planets for suitable punishments. And how many hellish planets are there, you might be wondering? Some authorities say that there is a total of 21 hellish planets, and some say 28. My dear king, I shall outline all of them according to their names, forms, and symptoms. The names of the different hellish planets are as followed. I won't read the whole list, but you can see all of them here. The idea that there is no hell is actually a demonic philosophy, a demonic concept, because it means that the demons don't want to be responsible for the results of their actions. They don't want to be held responsible for their sinful activities. They want to believe and think that they are God, that they are the controller, that they are in charge of everything, and they can do whatever they want with no consequences. And typically, they only support the idea of hell as a means to control other people, to control people that they see to be under them or inferior to them. And so anyone who's saying that there is no hell, like there is nothing after that, that's just nothingness, like that is a voidist, that is a impersonalist philosophy, and you will set yourself back on a path of spiritual advancement, which is our goal of life, is to advance spiritually. That is the reason why we are here. So not to make this all about hell per se, the Krishna conscious philosophy, the Krishna consciousness science is about much more than just, trying not to go to hell. That's really not the point of it at all. The point of it is to become a servant of God, to devote your life to God and enjoy and happiness. That's what Krishna consciousness is about. If you want to learn more, feel free to ask questions. Or if you're really interested in diving into some books, start with the Bhagavad Gita and then go ahead and read the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.